Hello and welcome to It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast. This is a podcast for business leaders and business owners just like you. We're going to be sharing top tips on how to develop yourself personally and professionally. I'm going to be sharing updated podcasts on a regular basis, so please do make sure you subscribe, and I really hope you enjoy today's podcast. It's 2026. Welcome back to the It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast. Ian's back to really bring me back in line and make sure I'm held accountable.
Pete's 40 now, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday to me. I've had a big birthday. 2026, it's going to be everything we've dreamed of and more. We're going to take total responsibility for our outcomes for 2026, and let's not do the whole new year, new me. But at the same time, I want you to have a think about what's going to make 2026 a success. Ian's back with me to prod me and probe me to make sure that I deliver some real value on this episode. So the big focus is 2026. How are we going to take some ownership for this year? Have you thought about what goals you want to achieve in 2026, Ian?
Yeah. It's quite an aggressive stance this year. Going forward with the business, not plugging the holes, but just sort of find. Basically, it's the whole process thing for a business. So we've been reviewing that at the back end of last year, going into this year, and that's where I'm sort of reflecting on and it's a big push. I'm thinking I want to improve our process to reflect better for the customer.
Okay.
It's more customer focused, where I always think the internal process, sort that out, get that on point, this elevate what we got now. So yeah, that'll hopefully push forward, shall we say, the business and how we sort of work. How about yourself? What you
Amazing.
What are you planning?
Yeah, I've got a few goals for 2026. I think that certainly from a personal perspective, it's a big year for me, or it feels like a big year. Every year feels like a big year, but my birthday's right at the beginning of the year, as it is yours. You're a year older as well, by the way.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
you're not. Don't let that get by you. Those wrinkles are coming, mate. And
it's 2 days after your birthday. Yeah.
So, but yeah, 2026 is going to be a big year for myself, for Flagship. Certainly, I've been contemplating setting a big physical goal. Last year I did the marathon and raised a load of money for charity. I think this year, not sure yet. I'm still deciding. I'm really conscious of not doing the New Year's resolution thing. Like, it's always about a continuous improvement and really reflecting on what I want to achieve. But certainly, from a podcast perspective, It's Not So Lonely at the Top. I've got a big vision for the coming year about really ramping up the listenership, really ramping up the impact that it's going to have for people, as well as the mastermind group. So the mastermind group, the initial group I want to grow to 10. So I've got a couple of spaces there which we're looking for people, and then I want to launch a second group as well, and to do that successfully in a different area, probably sort of Cambridge area. So that'll be exciting for me to sort of move into geographically a new area and a new group, and hopefully continue to attract new listeners. So I need, obviously, the people listening, I need their support to make sure they share and give feedback and give 5-star reviews on the podcast, and make sure that's driving value. And I just want to really focus on getting some fantastic guests as well. I think that's really important. I think podcast lives and dies by the quality of the guests. So if anyone's got any suggestions on people that we think should be interviewed, please do let me know. But I'm really looking forward to 2026. I think I've come to terms with the fact that there's probably never been a tougher time in history to be in business. I think, I don't know if I'm
I think you're being a bit.
Am I being a bit dramatic?
Yeah, but I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I think
there's still uncertainty and all that, and there's always a fallout from Christmas.
Yes.
Right. So that's where when we start getting a little bit of data and statistics come through from that's when we start going, then Morrison's go, oh, we're laying off a few hundred staff, then we're laying off a few. Do you get what I mean? That's when the nervousness kicks in. If that happens, there's always a fallout after Christmas of some sort. But on a, like I say, on a positive note, can't get any worse, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. 2025 was a really tough year.
Flat. It's just flat. It was just flat for everything.
2025 was a really tough year. And I think what I want to remind the listeners is 2026 is about, like, we can have a victim mindset where we allow the external factors to impact us, or we can take purposeful action and set some ambitious goals, have some ambition, and go, just because the trading conditions are difficult, just because the things that are happening around us are challenging, just because we've got a Labour government that feels like they don't know what they're doing. To be fair, at the time of recording, this Labour government, that may not change. It may change. I don't think it will change. But we've just got to keep at it, really. That we've got no other option than to adapt and improve and find efficiencies and optimize what we're doing. So I think really 2026 is around setting some objectives for our organisations and for us as people around how we're going to grow, despite potential setbacks and challenges. I don't know what you think to that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think speaking to some of my peers and stuff like that, the uncertainty is always there, but it's a little bit more relaxed. I think everyone's getting fed up now of literally going, right, we've got to move on. We've got to push forward. We need to make a change. And that's what, well, talking to people and stuff like that, that's what sort of I'm hearing. I'm hearing. So I think, like I say, there's I don't think whoever's running this country, we're in a bit of a shit show, aren't we? So I don't think I'm not smart enough to. Neither are they, but neither are they.
I don't think any of us are.
But do you know what I mean? It's like, what do we do? What happens? It's just move on. It's almost like you're working, you're getting hit by the by the taxman. Bang! Here we go. Here you go again. But yeah, it's just getting on, pushing through it. Everybody has money, right? Well, I say everybody. I always say everything, but the majority. It's that we're careful of where we're spending it. We're careful of what we're doing with it. And from a business point of view, it's if you don't invest in yourself or in your business, and this is my outlook. If you don't invest in yourself, you don't invest in your business, you're moving forward.
Absolutely.
And if you're standing still, I don't need to tell you this. There's plenty of books out there, and there's plenty of people who tell you out there who are, again, smarter than me, going, you won't grow, you won't go nowhere, and your business will fold in the end because nobody will know who you are. They won't hear about you. That would move on. Is there loyalty in business anymore?
And I think,
not really.
I think you make a really interesting point. Is that
hi, my name's Pete, and I want to thank you for tuning into today's podcast. I'm a coach, speaker, and author. And if you want to take your personal development that bit further, did you know that I offer a mastermind program as well as one-to-one coaching? If you're interested, please do reach out on peterushmer.com.
we can choose to be victims, or we can choose to not be victims.
Yeah.
Right? And there is still the same amount of money in circulation that there's always been. It's still out there. The issue is that there's a tendency to want to keep hold of it a bit more because there's uncertainty.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's our job to make sure we're smarter, that we're better, that we're more efficient, that we, the fact is that we're going to be losing more from a cash flow perspective because there's more to pay in tax, whether it's from a business or personal perspective based on the budget. So therefore, it's our duty to ensure that we're profitable, which means that we're giving ourselves the best opportunity and that we're continuing to grow and evolve and generate value essentially for our customers. So, there is essentially no excuses. And I think I implore listeners to go, so what action are you going to take in 2026? What is it you're going to do to ensure that you surround yourself and invest in yourself to grow? Because the old thinking, the old methods won't necessarily continue to evolve. We're in a very fast-paced world now.
Yep.
Technology is improving, and particularly I see this need to ensure that we invest to make sure that we're at the peak of what we're doing, and to not really get stuck as an island on our own. And I believe that we've got a really great solution through the Mastermind Group to help support business leaders.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's well, I often say how it is in the group, but yeah, it's it definitely as a collective supporting. It's even the ideas. It's even the ideas that people come up with. And like I've said it previously before in other podcasts, like we sort of know the answers. We just need our mate to just go crack on with it.
Yeah.
Just crack on with it. What are you holding back for? What are you stopping for?
Yeah.
What's holding you back?
Yeah.
What? Fear? Get on with it. Fear's a lie.
I was gonna say we get in our own way and get in our own heads and think, oh well, that can't be done, or we can't do this, or we suffer or decide like to play it safe. I think the challenge that I've got at the minute is that there is a temptation to play it safe. And I think that I'm not saying that we should be gung ho, for sure. I think we need to be very measured and calculated. But I think that if you play it too safe and don't take any risks, I think that's going to be catastrophic.
Yeah, sometimes you got to shoot from the hip, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have.
I don't tend to disagree. So I'm really looking forward to 2026. We're going to have some great speakers come into the Mastermind Group.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to running 2 Directors Edge events this year. We certainly launched it in November last year, and it went with a real success. So I'm going to look to run one just after Easter and one around autumn time as well. So stay tuned for those. We're going to get some amazing speakers. I've certainly been speaking to Mark Robb, who I know is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to be looking to get him into the Mastermind Group to share his insights, and I'm going to ask to do the Director's Edge as well, which I think will be open up to more people at a more accessible level, and I think that'll be really valuable as well. So I do ask listeners to keep their eyes out for that, and that will certainly ask some challenging questions, I think, which is positive.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think speakers we had last year, look, they're all types of speakers we had last year, but they all had their different qualities, which was nice to. I actually moaned at you. I said you got too many speakers. Yeah. I was like, I'll try and action what he said because it was a bloody good idea. And then I got this one here. Then my brain, I'm over here. It's like, oh no, new shiny thing over here. I'm off over here. I was like, relax. Relax, will you, man? I need to. I'm still learning from the one in May. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, but no, there was really, really good insight, and a lot of that I wasn't there for. Not obviously a Director's Ed. Nigel was there with. I saw him there, but he had more of an intimate time with the group, and they seemed to really warm to him and stuff like that. It was really good.
I think one of the things that I want to mention in this episode as well is that the January transfer window's open, right? And what tends to happen, particularly for our teams, is they'll come back in January with having had a reflect over Christmas, and some of them are going to be looking for some leadership around what's happening next and where things are heading. And I just think that it's important that it's our role to ensure that we deliver the right messages around the mission and purpose and where 2026 is heading for people, so they have clarity what that means for them in their roles, and what things look like. I think that we need to show strong leadership for those people at this time of year, because it's a natural thing. People come back from Christmas and they might be looking to move on, make a change for 2026. How are they going to better their lives? And I think it's important to do with the people we want to keep and are aligned with the business. We need to ensure that we're having those conversations. And I think that I'm obviously here to advocate for personal growth and investing in ourselves and developing ourselves. But I also think that that's a good strategy to demonstrate to our teams that we're focused on doing the very best job we can do for the business. So when we hold our team's feet to the fire, they know that we're holding our own feet to the fire. We're not giving ourselves the easy ride. I think it's really important to sort of reflect on that.
100%. It's before we broke up for the new year, I often just, I wouldn't call it a review. I just like to just talk to the staff and go, because some people, it's the end of the year. No, some of the staff do new year, new me. I'm like, you do what you need to you personally do yourself. But it's also just having a review of them. Where you at? What are you thinking?
For sure.
What do you need from me? And it's always good to, and also get stuff off your chest as well.
Sure.
I tend to do that all year, though. I tend to do that all year.
Final question for this one as we look into 2026. Is it going to come home?
It's going to, right? It's all lined up.
It's all lined up. 60 years?
Well, you know what? Some England fans, by the way, are knobs, right? So they're the ones who will sing in Germany, 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, right?
Yeah.
It's written in the stars that a German manager's going to bring the World Cup home for an English football team, right? It just is, isn't it? It's brilliant.
That's the universe.
No, it's not. But it's got fuck all to do with the universe, how England play, all right? That's like saying, oh, I'm not sitting in my lucky boxer shorts. That's why Man United are still shit, all right? You know, and you waste all your money on your season ticket for them, right? Do you get what I mean, right? So, but... yeah, it's going to happen. It's got to happen.
I feel buoyant.
It's got to happen.
I think there is no reason why it shouldn't come home.
No. And again, it's down to nerve. It's down to a team, not of individuals. Are they all going to click? And I think what we've seen with them as the players that he has and he's dropped and he's put in the squad, they're superstars in their own right because they've been selected for the national team. But if he wants to drop Bellingham, he'll just drop him. He'll go, you don't fit in that system. Yeah. Somebody's better than you.
Yeah, he does seem.
He just think he plays the system he wants with the player he wants. He's not in the past where we've had, can we fit Gerrard's goals, Lampard?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It's not. It's like you can have your best salesperson. They might be your best salesperson in your company, but there might be fucking over 3 other people in your business who actually remove that great salesman. Then you got 3.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I think that way. Answer your question. Yeah, it's coming home. Yeah.
Fantastic. So with that bombshell for 2026, listening to this, I want you to think about what are you going to do to make sure that you have a fantastic year. Do let me know. Drop me a comment. Drop me a message. I'm really keen to hear what's going on in your business. How are you going to make 2026 a success? And I really want to thank you for listening. And I will catch you in the course of the year. Please do bear us in mind. There is the Director's Edge events coming up this year. I'd love to see some of you there. And if you're really interested in holding your feet to the fire in 2026 and you want a peer group that's going to make sure that you achieve those goals, get in touch. I'm the person to speak to. Speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on today's It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast. We really hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. I'm absolutely delighted that you took the time to listen, and I really hope that you'll subscribe to ensure that you receive future episodes too. If you want to find out any more, please do search It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast, and you'll find it on your favourite podcast app. Thank you.